Hello Taurus, welcome to your November reading, November 2019. General reading, we're looking at your overall energy, home, family, work, professional life, finances, and your emotional life. Using the cartomancy spread, and then we're going to clarify with the tarot. Welcome to anyone new to my channel. Welcome back to subscribers. So let's see what we have for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month. Hope you all are doing well. Okay, it's feeling about right. Let's see what we got going, Taurus. Keep in mind, these messages are general, of course. They are for those who need to hear the message. They are predictive. Some of them may not correlate with your journey until the middle or the end of the month. Some of the messages may go beyond. Definitely check your moon, your rising. Okay, I'm seeing some funny things here. Not really funny. Interesting. So, I'm gonna shuffle the tarot while I'm looking at this. So some of you, you're attracting an air sign, or you're having problems getting your hands on an air sign. This could be for a number of reasons. Some of you could be separated from someone by distance. Some of you could be separated from someone because it could be a legal separation that some of you are in the midst of. There's a midst of a change that some of you are going in. And some of you, there could be some children involved. These two came out here. Queen of Cups and the King of Wands. Water sign, fire sign energy. Some of you could be making a major decision about a love partner. Some of you are kind of looking to kind of maybe, or there's someone who wants to creep up on you, or you want to creep up on somebody else. I'm getting here a little bit. But I'm also kind of getting that this is like maybe parent energy, that some of you may be in a custody battle. I feel like there's some situation that's going to be working out here with whether you have a male or female child. Some of you may be a male and female child. So some uncertainty here about the nature of some of you, how the family dynamics with the changes that are going on, because I do see this as like, this is a happy home that's been kind of turned upside down through loss, or there's a change. Okay, so somewhere where you've been used to kind of seeing family has been changed through maybe some separation that's been going on for some of you. So there's a message in here for any of you who may be going through a separation. There's children involved. I'm seeing that there's some kind, especially for a female child, something here working out. You may have to fight for, or there's a fight over kind of custody. And so sorry for any of you guys who are dealing with that, but hopefully you find some comfort in this reading. And but other things I'm seeing here, some of you definitely could be involved with something legal, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a divorce or have to do, but it could be all kind of tied together, that it's a kind of major thing for you. Some of you just may be having a lot of communication with counsel, with a lawyer, or looking into your rights here, and fighting for them. So lots of communication and things being switched, responsibilities, paperwork, some of you are getting back in touch with some friends, perhaps too, after a separation. Getting back in touch with some friends, or with your family even, or friends that feel like family. Strong male energy too, masculine energy for those of you maybe. Some of you are really kind of feeling the effects of karma, whether it's on the good side or the negative side. And so some of you, I feel like there's someone, maybe if you are in some type of separation, that really wants to try to make you feel karma, or what they felt here. So we have the Hierophant, and this is your energy, Taurus. Someone wants the other to submit. And this is, I feel like it's just a sign, of indication of a major situation that some of you are dealing with. You're going to court, so there could be a very important court date coming up for some of you in November. I feel like something, for some of you, it's like, and if you're fighting for the home, I feel like there's a sign here for some of you. You may lose the home to the partner. There may be a situation, and it could be because of the children. This just flipped out here. You still may be working out visitation rights. This is what I'm seeing here. Especially if you're male and the child's female, of course, and the mother's being awarded kind of custody there. So some of you could be kind of in the throes of that, and also dealing with the prospect of child support, all of those legal kind of things that you maybe don't want to deal with, but you'll get through it. I feel like this is you being able to handle anything that comes your way this month. Alright, let's get some clarity and some structure to this reading. Yeah, some of you could be selling your home. Maybe you want to. There's a prospective buyer showing up here. But the home may have decreased in value, so that could also be it. Some of you may want to move, you want to change, but you may have to make some renovations. So some of you may be working on that. And it may be a financial loss for you to invest in doing that, but it's pretty much, it's like if you sell it at this point, there may be a loss, or something else has decreased in value here. So something here, I feel, yeah, official communication and business, a lot of you may be dealing with, in regards to something that has to do with law, karma, or something else being set right here. Okay, so with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like for some of you coming into a new situation, or in the midst of a situation, or really taking your time to educate yourself on what you're going through. Again, what your rights are, what you're entitled to, what you can save or salvage in a situation. Some of you may be looking to communicate, or there will be some type of solid communication that happens. Someone you want to attract to you, maybe it may be a slow time for them, or maybe they may be slow to turn around. That's what I'm kind of getting. Someone's kind of slow to turn around. Some type of persistence here that I'm getting, that persistent energy. So yeah, something's changing here. Your responsibilities are changing, or your responsibilities are kind of getting cut in half here. So there's changes here, definite big changes. Here with the home, again, I'm seeing you getting back together with friends, getting in touch with friends, catching up with people that you haven't heard from in a while. I feel like many of you will be just catching up with how things have changed with friends after some change that you've gone through, some major change that you've gone through. But yeah, so some of you coming together, maybe I definitely feel like there's some memorable gathering that some of you will be having in November in regards to either family, or even kind of returning or being around people you grew up with. That's that kind of the energy I'm getting, like people you grew up with, and going over how everyone's kind of changed. But the connections you make, or reconnections you make here in November, I feel will be kind of maybe carrying on. If there has been kind of like a gap in communication. So some of you, so I'm seeing here, some of you could be hearing news of a pregnancy, or someone's expecting, some other invitation. Some of you could be invited to a wedding. Some of you may be asked to be in a wedding. You would have to invest into some attire for the wedding. So some of you, that's this discussion that some of you will be having. I feel like if some of you, I feel like you're going through some serious shift or change that has you maybe taking a moment to slow down. But it's also a serious tone. There's a serious tone to something. Some of you, you may be wanting to make a serious commitment, or but there's like, it's almost a halfway energy. Some of you maybe, it's like a halfway. I know what I want, but you're gonna like really kind of take your time. Someone, you're either very patient for someone in November, or someone's being patient for you, or you're being patient over a situation that you kind of have to submit to. There's something here that may be kind of taking you out of your emotional space, and you're making practical decisions this month. So I'm just feeling a little bit of like there's a situation that you need to be handled with kid gloves, and it could also be because there are children involved for some of you, but not all of you. For some of you, it's maybe your security that's in question. But there's some support coming in through home and family, friends, or people you consider family, and some reason to celebrate here. And maybe for some of you, some invitation. So what I'm getting here with the work and professional life, I feel like some of you with this Wheel of Fortune, um, there's some success from the past coming in, from some past work. Um, some of you, there could be an opportunity to work with children, or it could be like a daycare or something, or something else that you may be getting into that changes things. Something here that you can officially do. Some of you with the legal stuff could could be some type of licensing that you need, licensing to maybe go into some type of business for yourself. But something here with the Wheel of Fortune is divine in its timing. Some of you, this is kind of the realization, or the realization of kind of where you've envisioned you being somewhere in your professional life. Some of you could be rising in some status here, taking on a more serious role where your communication, you have to be maybe very careful about what you say, or there's some other type of position here where you have to be careful about what you say, or there's some other type of authority that you may be, some of you may be, yeah, I feel like just coming into some type of leadership, maybe where you're giving out duties, giving out instructions, teaching. So some of you may be going from student to teacher in a situation, and that's maybe somewhere where you kind of maybe envision something where you, like, I've always said that I would do this. So I'm kind of getting that somewhere. I've always dreamed about this when I was like a kid, and now it's coming true. I can see this. It's materializing. So some of you, there's something materializing here where I feel like it has been kind of a matter of time. Being in the right place at the right time. Something may be shifting in regards to, or there's change with work. Some of you may be going to an old, or yeah, some of you could be getting an invitation to go, or like say you have some type of like a career that moves you around, or you have to travel to different places. Some of you may be getting this kind of assignment. I'm getting an assignment to maybe go to some place where you didn't know you would be returning to. It's kind of like an old stomping ground. Some of you, it's like it's time to go back to somewhere, but it's like you're going back with more knowledge, you're going back with more experience, you're going back with more power, in a sense that maybe you're, again, doing something on a higher level. So feeling like this is like something too about the people you're meeting on the way up, or people you're seeing are on the way down. Something here with the cycle here, this movement and the ladder of success. So some of you, but I feel like for many of you, you'll be getting people maybe very, like, kind of proud about how you maybe turned. Some of you may have gotten yourself into a career that maybe like turned your life around in a positive way. Brought more stability and responsibility. But you're moving forward with something here with your career. But for some of you, I feel like there's maybe some deja vu moments even too. Some of you too, maybe there's just like a situation that is going to repeat itself from the past, and it's like now you're going to understand why that happened, even if it was difficult, because you were able to kind of turn a situation around and make it a positive. So something something that maybe was negative in the past was a lesson to learn. You're going to be seeing how it paid off to kind of learn that lesson, putting it to use. So something here is you're going to be treating a situation that's coming around for some of you a second time, with a better reverence or better knowledge or better intelligence. You're treating it with I want to say even too, you're treating it with greater respect. So that could be in a number of ways. But looking here into the finances, yeah. So this is what I'm seeing. It's like something's changing quickly. Now, some of you too, if this is an opportunity for you to move, maybe you don't need your home. Maybe you don't, something here, maybe again moving, but for some of you may feel like a loss, but something that's going to be changing quickly or resolving itself. I feel like the resolve will be that you have to change, or there has to be a move that's going to be made. Some of you, again, if it's not a move that's going on with a home, family home, I'm getting, there's some other type of security here that's you will no longer depend on, but there's like some movement towards a solution, like you're on it. It's like, so yeah, and even if it has to do with repairing your home, so if some of you need to repair your home, put money into it, and it's a dire need. Some of you, the weather change, it might be very important for some of you with a certain repair with your home. So there could be something here that works out good here. You catch something before it's like a total loss. Something might be damaged, but it's not a total loss. So there's something here that you might be working to salvage, repair, or make sure it doesn't lose its value. But some of you just may actually be moving home, possibly due to a separation here. Something has definitely changed. It is changing. It's in the midst of changing with some of you. And you're like in the November feels like the thick of it, but there's signs here that you can get through it. And looking into the emotional life, there's again some expectation here that some of you, again, I'm getting this as like your emotional life that's maybe involved with a child and children and seeing your children. Some of you, it's like a new environment that maybe some of you have to see your children in, and the kind of back and forth waiting for them to arrive and see them. So that might be kind of maybe pulling at your heartstrings a lot, but also kind of maturing you in a way. If that makes sense here. But I feel like for some of you, this is your ships coming in the sense of maybe some of you working towards a relationship that you really want to make happen. So some of you could be making travel plans with someone, communicating with someone. Now, if you're not dealing with any financial issues, there could be someone coming who has dealt with some loss. Could be someone in your family, though. Or there's maybe some family that's going to be helping you out in some type of transition, or someone, you may be helping someone else out in a transition here. But back to this. I feel like that for those of you who are single, you can be expecting some communication and possibly some efforts being made towards coming together with someone, seeing someone. You're making plans here. Some of you working on healing some past disappointment or working through some past disappointments. So I'm getting this 3 energy here on both sides, with home and family too. Some of you may be dealing with some meddling friends, or people really kind of questioning you about if you're single. Well, what's going on with you? Some of you there may be some type of people trying to hook you up, connect you. If you're a single Taurus, I feel like that's going to be, especially if you're coming around friends that you haven't for a while, or family that you haven't for a while. It's like, oh, you're single? Oh, well, I know this person's single too. So that's like, I'm getting kind of matchmaker energy here. Somebody's going to be trying to play matchmaker with you, Taurus. Some of you like may flirt with the idea, may communicate, but so see, it might be a flirty month for some of you, especially if you are kind of maybe traveling. But I'm getting kind of, it's an energy of you may be connecting or seeing people where you don't know when you're going to see them again. There could be one person that's standing out to you in some options that you may have. And I'm getting like for others around you, it might be for them the least likely option, but you're seeing some value here. I feel like some of you have kind of come to some lessons on what is valuable. That's something here, that's a journey that you're on, that you are kind of maybe learning and relearning. Some of you are relearning it, but I feel like, again, there's some opportunity that some of you may be, again, working on here that could be tied to your emotional life in some way, with this past energy here, that there's like something here is like there's some type of fate or destiny, but it has to do, that's maybe tied to your work. So work could even be, you may feel like it's the wheel that's bringing you to the environments that you're in and bringing you around the circles of people that you're around. Your work could even be very, it could affect your love life in a major way. Your work could, or what you've chosen for your work, even maybe some of you maybe chosen at a very young age, and maybe you're still doing it. Or maybe you're coming to some realization of how fated your position that you've chosen in life has maybe shaped your world and continues to kind of shape your world. So some of you are on a cycle where there's change yet again coming, and I really feel like it's maybe for some of you affecting you in a way that you, if it is affecting you, changing, and a partner is not changing with you, or there's something else going on here, then you may be feeling like there's a loss, but you're working towards doing something about it, or you feel like you know this, or you know this cycle well. So somewhere here in this time in November, it's like you're very familiar with it, but it's at the same time it's new. The faces are new, the places are new. For some of you, they're old and new at the same time. Okay, so that's pretty much what I'm getting here. So a little bit something else, but again, this is general, so I won't get too specific. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope this was helpful, and if you would like a personal reading, that information is below. Something resonated, you want to talk further, check your moon, your rising. So I will be back with the full moon readings, the 6-card oracle spread that I used to do, or I really just took like a month, maybe 2 months off from doing them. But the new moons, I'm not going to do anymore. They're too close to the new moon, the new month readings, these general readings. So I don't want to kind of go over the same energy twice. I feel like a lot of what is in the new moon energies could also as well come through these readings. They definitely do. But I will be back with the full moon 6 cards, full moon to full moon readings, and anything else I will do as I can, as it comes up. I don't want to make promises, but for sure I will be doing the full moon readings this month. Thank you so much. I do hope this was helpful again. Sorry for the long outro. Namaste, Taurus. Take care.